Hello and welcome to the Secrets of the Pacific intel locations, as well as some tips and tricks for you to complete the in-game event that was released today in Warzone. I am specifically going to be talking about the Warzone portion of this event. There are ways to complete this event in Vanguard, but I'm just not interested in launching the game. I like Warzone, and that's what I'm grinding to complete the event. So I'm going to be showing you guys the 6 locations. You're going to see an overlay of the mini-map of Verdansk, and I'm just going to highlight each of the locations that you need to drop to find each of the pieces of intel. And then I've got a little bit of information on each of these locations. You'll see some overlays and kind of where to go. So let's jump into it. Before we do, if you learn anything in this video, if you like it, if you enjoy, please hit the subscribe button and leave a like on the video. I would very much appreciate it. So the first thing I want to mention is to pitch a tent and grab your sleeping bag, because there's going to be a lot of camping involved to complete this challenge. The way that the event works is once you find a piece of intel, you don't actually collect it and achieve the completion status. You need to hold on to that piece of intel either until the game ends or until a certain number of zones close. For example, if you get the piece of intel over at airport, you have to wait until 3 zones close. Once that 3rd zone closes, you have secured that piece of intel, and now you have completed that portion of the event. One of the things that makes this a little bit more difficult is if you're doing it solo, there are a lot of people dropping at these locations. If you die, you end up losing the game. You have to restart and relaunch the game. As well, if you die with a piece of intel, that piece of intel is lost. You need to go back to the location that you grabbed it, re-grab it, and hopefully you'll be able to complete it, but it might be out of the zone. And so for those reasons, I think this will be an easier challenge to complete with a squad, like an idiot who enjoys pain. I did this solo, and it is very frustrating. One of the other things is that while I was completing this event, I got a server disconnect glitch, error, something happened with Warzone, of course, and you can see right over here that now I've got a 55-minute wait queue just to get back onto BattleNet. So that's fantastic. It's wonderful. We love to see that. As far as issues with Warzone, we can't do anything about it. I wanted to show you guys the blueprint after I completed it. It is literally the last one that I need to do, but I can't. So instead, I'm going to show you guys the locations, and maybe later we'll be able to actually unlock the gun and I can show you the blueprint. So the first location that you need to drop is airport. There is a burger joint upstairs. The easiest way to get here is to land on the roof of airport, shoot out the glass, drop in, grab the intel, and then a lot of the times there are red doors around here, so you can just jump into a red door, boot it somewhere, get an advanced UAV, get some money, and just camp it out wherever you go. This one takes 3 zones to close, or I guess 3 zones to complete, and then you get it. The second one is hospital, main floor. There's a little operating room. You're going to see a little blue box. Just run up to that, collect the intel, and you have to complete 4 zone closes for this one. So a little bit more difficult, but definitely doable, especially like I said, with a squad, you'll be flying through these. Number 3 is the bunker, and this is the bunker in between kind of salt mine and array. There's going to be a bunch of ships inside one of the little rooms in the bunker, and you just grab those. This one, I believe, is 3 or maybe 2. I think it's 2 zone circles. You'll see what it is with the overlay. One thing to note is I did drop here once and there was no intel. I don't know if it's a bug or a feature. In typical Warzone fashion, there seems to be a little bit of an issue with intel just not showing up. This bunker is where I had some intel not show up. I also had it happen to me with airport and the Mineshaft location. So those 3 locations I had a little bit of trouble seeing if the intel was there. There was just, it sometimes wasn't. So take a look, see if it's not there, maybe go to a different location or just restart the game. It kind of sucks, but like I said, I don't know if it's a bug or a feature in typical Warzone fashion. The 4th place is the electrical store. There's a microphone at the back of the store. Just run up to that one. I think this one is also 3 zones to close and collect. Number 5 is prison. This one is easiest if you drop at the back little sewage drain of prison, work your way up the stairs, and there's going to be a little ping pong paddle on a bench on kind of the main shower section of the gulag. So jump in here, grab it. This one is the easiest as far as only needing 1 zone to close. So that one's awesome. Just a little bit contested because it is prison. And last but not least, my absolute least favorite location for this event. It feels like this location has the entire lobby dropping on it every single game. It doesn't matter if it's out of zone, if the drop path isn't there. This location absolutely sucks. This is the Mineshaft, kind of at the top, like, I guess, west side of the map. This location is by far the worst. And the reason is that from what I can tell, there are 3 different intel locations, but I've only located 2 of them. So you either can find it at the bottom of the elevator shaft. There's like a little box of cigars, or there's supposed to be a piece of paper on this table. I've seen both of these locations. I know for a fact that these locations have intel at them. Now, there was one time that I dropped and I heard the little voice. It was like, hey, look out for intel or whatever it is. It didn't exist. There was no intel, but I was hearing the voice. So I don't know if it was a glitch where it was telling me something was there, or if there is actually a third potential location. Now, this is the only location that I dropped, and I noticed that there were multiple spots for there to be intel. This is also one of the 3 locations where you would drop and there just wouldn't be anything there. And this location is the most contested by far. Every other location I would drop, there would maybe be 2 other people that I'd have to fight off. This location has like 5 or 6 people. The mine shafts are horrible. The loot is horrible. This is by far, like, drop here with a squad of 4 and hope that somebody gets out alive and you get the intel, because this place, I hated this drop. And this is the drop that I needed to do before I got booted out of Warzone, and I'm now in a waiting queue to get into the game. So I haven't completed this because of how awful this specific location is. That being said, once I get it, I will try to get the blueprint, showcase that maybe in a longer video in the future. And that's it. I love you guys. I hope you have fun playing this event. It is an interesting event. I do enjoy it. The previews and stuff, the intel that you get is cool, but just a little bit frustrating, especially if you're doing it solo. So grab a squad, camp it up, complete this in-game event, and let me know how you guys liked it. That's it. See you guys next time. Peace.